Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Douglas County's Women's History Month celebration. We are so glad you decided to spend this evening with us, and we love a chance to get to fellowship with our citizens and honor the people in our community who are making a difference. So, every year, March is designated Women's History Month by presidential proclamation. The month is set aside to honor women's contributions in American history. But did you know that Women's History Month started as Women's History Week? Women's History Month began as a local celebration in Santa Rosa, California. The Education Task Force of the Sonoma County Commission on the Status of Women planned and executed a Women's History Week celebration in 1978. The organizers selected the week of March 8th to correspond with International Women's Day. The movement spread across the country as other communities initiated their own Women's History Week celebrations the following year. In 1980, a consortium of women's groups and historians, led by the National Women's History Project, now the National Women's History Alliance, successfully lobbied for national recognition. In February 1980, President Jimmy Carter issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8, 1980, as National Women's History Week. Subsequent presidents continued to proclaim a National Women's History Week in March until 1987, when Congress passed Public Law 100-9, designating March as Women's History Month. Between 1988 and 1994, Congress passed additional resolutions requesting and authorizing the President to proclaim March of each year as Women's History Month. Since 1995, each president has issued an annual proclamation designating the month of March as Women's History Month. The National Women's History Alliance selects and publishes the yearly theme, and the theme for Women's History Month 2025 is Moving Forward Together, Women Educating and Inspiring Generations. Jada, could you click it? Yes. This theme celebrates the collective strength and influence of women who have dedicated their lives to education, mentorship, and leadership. Through their efforts, they have served as an inspiration for all generations, both past and present. From classrooms to boardrooms, and from grassroots movements to global initiatives, women educators and leaders have played a pivotal role in nurturing minds and inspiring transformative action. Our 2025 theme spotlights the contributions women have made to the American educational system, the free marketplace of ideas, and the very fabric of our democracy. So I want us all to give a round of applause for that. Because I believe every woman is an educator. You don't have to have a degree or letters behind your name, and every woman is a leader. You take a leadership role in your families, you take a leadership role in your occupation. We all have that within us, and if we weren't there leading the way, steadying the pace a lot of the time, so many things wouldn't have happened. So I hope we all can see ourselves a little bit in this year's theme. And so now I'd like to bring up our chairman, our Board of Commissioners chairman, Dr. Ramona Jackson Jones, a woman leader, and have her give some remarks.
Wow. Good evening. Good evening, wonderful, amazing women and men of Douglas County. Again, I'm Dr. Ramona Jackson Jones, the chairwoman or the chairman of Douglas County Board of Commissioners, and we are moving forward together, women educating and inspiring generations. Please allow me to thank each of you for taking time out of your busy schedules this evening to engage in my annual celebration of honoring great works of history and of women in Douglas County. Certainly, I express deep appreciation to my fellow Board of Commissioners, which let me just name each one to make sure, because they wanted to make sure that their love was present in this room because they support women wholeheartedly. District 1, Commissioner Henry Mitchell III. District 2, Commissioner Whitney Kenner-Jones. District 3, Commissioner Martin Raxton, and Vice Chairman and District 4, Commissioner Mark Alcaraz. And we had 2 commissioners that were out of town, wanted to be here, but certainly send their respect and honor to all the women. Commissioner Raxton and Commissioner Alcaraz could not be here because they are out of town training. However, they consistently, the Board of Commissioners, stand with me to honor women from all generations who have, and women have a profound, indelible mark on every aspect of our nation. We cook, we clean, we sew, we move things. We're movers, we're shakers, and we are invaluable to the world. You know, James Brown once said, "This is a man's world," and I'm not going to argue with him, but it's nothing without a woman or a girl. Do you all agree with that? So if you do, give that a hand clap, because that's important. Certainly, I am respectful of time and wanted to make sure that our program runs smoothly, and certainly we will have some acknowledgments because we have some folks in the audience that will be acknowledged by our Constituent Services Manager, Wendy Cottle, but certainly wanted to publicly thank her and her team for putting this program together tonight, and certainly my Executive Assistant and Special Projects Coordinator, Dion Penn, for always keeping me on task because I get distracted sometimes. We have a million balls in the air in county government. But certainly I'm just so appreciative of everyone being here tonight. And guess what? It's girls' night, but we have some men in the room, and we respect that. But it's the girls, what is it, the girls' rule? Is that what they used to say about us? Yeah, we may have to play Beyonce in a minute to make sure everybody understands. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here tonight to celebrate my annual Women's History program here in Douglas County. And this legacy, I just appreciate it just continuing on through the years. We started in 2017, and it is now 2025. So this is real. Girls are, we're it, the girls. So thank you.
And you know, as I was listening to the chairman speak, I just realized I forgot to tell you who I was. I just got up here and started talking, didn't I? So I'm Wendy Cottle. I am the head of the Constituent Services Department. We do a lot of public engagement and events for the county, and the chairman agreed to let me plan this event for you tonight, so I hope you really like it. My team is here, there, and Dion is there. She also helped me with this event, so I really want to thank all of them for their help and support. And I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge the other electeds in the room. I believe we have Judge Wallace. And Judge Warren. Did I miss anybody elected? I certainly hope not. Okay. The chairman, who you've already met, but you know. So now that we got all of that out of the way, we're on to the meat of the program. And we actually have, it's kind of a variety show for you this evening. It's going to be a little bit of something for everybody. Okay? So first up, Jada, if you'll click, we have Mr. Dannon Lindley from Protect Security. So Protect Security is a growing and emerging security provider that services a variety of diverse clients, Regardless of your business industry, they are eager to use their expertise to build relationships with new companies that can utilize their high standards of service. Their leadership is expertly qualified and equipped to meet the specific needs in any area of service that you might have. Protect Security will create customized solutions, consistent service, quality relationships, and they have been exceptionally trained, and they have a culture of reliability that has a peerless standard of security. Got a little tongue-tied. So Mr. Lindley is going to come up and give us some tips on safety as women. What can we do to keep ourselves safe when we're out there, out and about? So Mr. Lindley, can you come up? Thank you.
Good evening. It's an honor to be here to representing Protect Security for this Women's History event. Today, I want to share some practical new age tips and tricks to stay safe during your day-to-day. While personal safety has always been a concern, technology and new threats have changed the landscape, and we must stay ahead of them. And when I say them, we're talking about people who are trying to take something from you, whether it's your personal information, your purse, or your debit card, anybody. First things first, digital awareness, protecting yourself online. We live in a hyper-connected world, and criminals are using technology to target people in ways we don't even imagine, like a wide variety of ways. So be cautious of sharing your location. Turn off location service on social media and only share your location or your whereabouts with trusted individuals. Avoid tagging real-time locations. So if you're at a restaurant or you're on vacation, try to post those pictures when you get back or if you're on your way back. Try not to post while you're there. When you're signing up for apps and things of that nature, do not use your primary email address. Use a secondary email address because that's how hackers get into your information as well. Enable two-way factor authentication. So allow either a text or an email to come directly to you when you're giving access to a third-party source so that you can verify that login as well. And be wary of AI voice scams. It's 2025. We are in the future. It's a lot of things out there that they're doing now that we have no idea about. This AI voice scamming one is mind-blowing because they can take your voice from a video on social media, and you can have a family member calling you in distress, asking you for money, and it'll be a weird call, but they got that information off of social media, so be wary of that. Rideshare travel and safety tips. Verify your ride before getting in. Make sure the person who's on your Uber or Lyft is the person that's in that vehicle. Share your ride in real time. So most of us have a spouse or somebody we know, your sister or brother, somebody. If you not sharing your location with them, you're doing yourself a disservice. Share your location with somebody. At Protect Security, we believe that safety is a right, not a privilege. We are committed to providing tools, education, and safety solutions to help you live with confidence and a peace of mind.
All right, so now I'd like to introduce you to an artist. So let's see, Jada, flip that thing. Okay, so Ken Paradise. Ken Paradise, that's him over there. That's the self-portrait on the only man up there. That's him. Okay, in case you were wondering. So Ken Paradise began painting as a hobby in his early 20s. Primarily self-taught, he has always appreciated the art of others, and since his retirement in 2008, has devoted more time and effort to improving his own craft. Formerly a painting instructor at Woody Fight Senior Center, Ken has been a frequent contributor to the Douglas County Courthouse Art Gallery and the Douglas County Art on Loan program. He has participated in the Art Gone Wild program at Zoo Atlanta, where artists are invited to paint en plein air, that means outside, on the zoo grounds. And he has also participated in the Art of Georgia exhibition in the governor's office at the State Capitol building. In 2020, he was involved in the Art Pop Street Gallery, where a sample of his work was displayed on billboards around the metro Atlanta area. Ken and his wife Donna have been residents of Douglas County for over 50 years. And if you look at the woman top there in the beautiful head wrap, it says Women Around the World on top of that picture. In our courthouse gallery right now, we have a series of 30 women that Mr. Paradise painted in our gallery for Women's History Month. So I would like you all to come to the gallery. It's open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. It's free, 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 free. You can come see his beautiful pieces. And he's actually going to come up and talk to us a little bit about what inspired him to do this series of 30 portraits, and you're going to get to see a few more of them. We've got a few to entice you to come. So, Mr. Paradise, come tell us about your inspiration.
Yeah. Thank you, Wendy. This is a real privilege to be here and to speak to you, and I just thank you. And the special celebration of women, I must say, I love women. Yeah. And I guess that's really what inspired me to start this series. When I first started, I really didn't think it was going to be a series. I wasn't thinking about doing multiple ones. I started off with doing a woman, like a Mardi Gras woman. That's one of the paintings at the courthouse there. And I hope some of you have probably have been up there to see it. And if you haven't, I wish you would stop by. And somehow, I always like to know which one is your favorite, because they're women from around the world. So I started with this woman, Mardi Gras woman, and you really can't see her. Except her eyes. She has a mask on, she has this fancy headdress on, and I am into, no, it's not on there. I'm into the costumes that the women wear, that throughout the world, the different costumes, in a sense, kind of define who they are. And I don't mean to say that's completely who they are. Certainly, they're more than just what the costume defines. But it's fascinating to me. As an artist, what I try to do is capture the texture. For instance, in the Ethiopian woman, she has a necklace of cowrie beads, and I tried to make those look like the cowrie shells, and the braided hair. And in the masquerade, again, you could just see her eyes, but I'm trying to capture that metallic look on the beading, the different ones. Could you go back to the original one? One more back? Yeah, like you can't see the whole painting here, but the biker chick, I wanted to paint leather, make it look like leather, and the chrome on her motorcycle. There's 31 paintings there, and people ask me, do you know who these women are? And I don't know who they are. I want them to represent all women. The only one that I do know who it is my daughter is the one that's closest to me. I kind of snuck her in. Her painting's a little bit smaller up there, but I thought the costume, I love the costume she's wearing. She was at a high tea event with my wife there, and they kind of dressed up. So I was trying to capture the texture of that. You could flip back one. And the Polynesian woman was inspired by our trip to Hawaii, where we celebrated our 50th anniversary, and we saw some hula dancers, and Again, I was just fascinated by what they're wearing, or in this case, maybe not wearing so much. But and even the Arab woman here, people have complimented me on those eyes, but it's also the texture of her nails, the jewelry that she's wearing, trying to get that effect on there. And then maybe one more. Like there's, for instance, when I say from around the world, there's a woman who's serving beer at the Oktoberfest, and I tried to get those frosty mugs, and there's a crowd in the back, and hopefully you could see the crowd and the noise that's being made at the Oktoberfest. There's one of an Eskimo woman ice fishing, and she's kneeling on the ice, and I'm trying to capture the texture of the straw that she's on, the fur and the feathers that she's wearing, the scales on the fish, those kind of things. I guess that's all. Yeah, but anyway, I enjoy capturing what they're wearing, and I've told people that to me, when I'm painting, the costume is as important as the person. But I don't want to forget the person or belittle the person behind the costume. Like I said, every one of those women is someone's daughter. They may be a wife, they may be a mother, they have other relationships other than what they're wearing. One of the more popular ones that's up there, you'll see, be very recognizable, and it was there a couple months ago, a Waffle House lady. You'll know it when you see it, if you've ever been to Waffle House. But anyway, I'm excited to be here. I get excited about my paintings because I really do love to try to create, and I enjoy showing them off to people. I love seeing other people's work. When I was teaching art, that was really a high for me, is being able to see how people, if they just spend a little time with a little desire, they can do this too. But again, thank you very much.
So I really encourage you to stop by the Courthouse Art Gallery and see all of the paintings. Anecdotally, I tried to buy the Waffle House lady and he wouldn't sell it to me. So I don't know. Well, it was a favorite in the exhibit. All right, so now we have a little bit more artistry. We are going to get to hear a little bit of music. So, Dr. Paula Van Goes. Dr. Paula Van Goes is a virtuoso, saxophonist that possesses excellent technical attributes and a deep understanding of the music she performs. As a Selmer artist, and for those of you who aren't musicians, Selmer is a brand of instruments. So she represents this brand of instruments. As a Selmer artist and clinician, she enjoys a career as a chamber musician, soloist, and educator. While serving as the interim professor of saxophone at Universidad de Brasilia, I got it right, Dr. Van Goes is the first American to teach saxophone within the federal university system in Brazil. In recent performances, Paula has shared the stage with Branford Marsalis and the Orquestra Sinfônica do Teatro Nacional Claudio Santoro in Brasilia. I practiced it. And was a featured artist at the 18th Encuentro Universitario Internacional de Saxofón Mexico 2019. Okay. She has performed and lectured in Argentina, Brazil, Bolivia, Canada, China, Croatia, France, Italy, Mexico, Peru, Scotland, Ukraine, and the United States. Paula holds a Doctor of Musical Arts from the University of Maryland, a Master of Arts in Music from the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and a Bachelor of Music from the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. Past academic appointments include Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Prince George's Community College in Largo, Maryland, and Nicholls State University in Thibodaux, Louisiana. She is currently music faculty at Morris Brown College and is based in Atlanta. So let's welcome Dr. Paula Van Goes. now you just found out a whole bunch of new stuff the saxophone can do. And a whole nother way of presenting music, right, with the visuals and everything. So thank you, Dr. Paula. There you are. Thank you, Dr. Paula. Okay. Okay, and we're bringing it on home. Last but not least. Kenya Parks. Kenya Parks is the principal at Douglas County High School, and she is a Louisiana native. She earned a Bachelor of Arts at Dillard University in New Orleans, and where she pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And I'm told you always have to add the incorporated, right? Okay. Yes, your sorors are over here nodding. Okay. She switched coasts and climates and worked on her MA/MAT at State University of New York at Binghamton. And her career in education began with the Fairfax County school system in Fairfax, Virginia. I used to live in Loudoun County, that's where we came from. She relocated to Atlanta and worked at Mays High School, followed by Alexander High School, where she was the first woman of color to serve as assistant principal. She became principal at Factory Shoals Elementary and is currently the principal of Douglas County High School, and she has a special place in my heart because she puts up with me, because I have one more child there, so she's got another year with me. And we're going to give her lots of love and hearts, because public speaking, she told me it's not her thing, but she's going to be fantastic. So let's welcome Principal Parks up here.
Good evening, esteemed guests, leaders, educators, and trailblazers. It is a privilege to stand before you tonight as we gather to celebrate the incredible contributions of women in education and leadership. This moment, this very space, is a testament to the resilience, the brilliance, and unwavering spirit of women who have dedicated their very lives to educating and inspiring generations. Our theme tonight, Moving Forward, Women Educating and Inspiring Generations, is not just a phrase. It is a call to action, a tribute to the profound influence women have wielded in cultivating intellect, fostering aspirations, and reshaping communities. From lecture halls to executive suites, from grassroots advocacy to international movements, women educators have been instrumental in shaping visionaries and pioneers of both the past, present, and the future. Education has been a space where women have flourished despite the odds. Consider Susie King Taylor, the very first Black educator to openly teach formerly enslaved individuals. Her courage and commitment to learning paved the way for countless others who sought knowledge in the face of systemic barriers. We can look to pioneers like Mary McLeod Bethune, who founded Bethune-Cookman University with nothing more than faith in education's power to change lives. Let us also remember that U.S. history highlights the nation's first public school, Boston Latin School, which was originally exclusive to boys. Today, as an educator, I am honored to be part of this living history, leading with the same fervor and determination for those who came before me. For me, education has never been just a profession. It is a calling, a legacy, a mission. I'm a third-generation educator. My father was a chemistry teacher and a small business owner, and my mother taught business education classes before becoming a school counselor, a role that she passionately embraced for over 50 years and one that she still serves today. Growing up surrounded by their influence, the path to education was a natural fit. My academic journey took me from Dillard University in New Orleans, where I earned my undergraduate degree, to the State University of New York at Binghamton for my master's, and later to the University of Alabama, where I studied for doctoral studies. But beyond the degrees and accolades, my greatest lessons have come from experience, standing in front of a classroom, from mentoring young minds, and from leading with both strength and compassion. When I moved to Atlanta, I found myself teaching at Mays High School, where my department chair saw something in me before I even recognized it in myself. When she needed to take leave, she asked me to step in as the department chair. At the time, I was still earning my graduate degree in educational leadership, and I only had 6 years of teaching experience while others had decades. But with the encouragement of my mother and my department chair, I stepped up to the plate. Her support granted me a level of confidence that never waned. That opportunity served as a stepping stone, which opened the door to a role leading in a reading program, and then into administration. Time and time again, mentors and supporters, who I will call my cheerleaders, appeared along my journey, helping me see what I was capable of achieving. Today, I stand here as the principal of Douglas County High School, the first African-American woman to hold this position in the school's 86-year history. And though I have faced challenges, and many they have been, I have always led with one guiding principle: simply to put students first. My mission is to cultivate a supportive and empowering environment where young people can thrive, always reminding them that greatness resides within each of them. I strive to provide students with the same boundless opportunities I encourage in my own children, reinforcing that dreams are within reach for those who commit to hard work, who cultivate resilience, and embrace perseverance. Life may sometimes lead us on unexpected paths or require us to pause and simply pivot, but my goal remains steadfast: to remind students, faculty, staff, and stakeholders that every one of us is essential to our collective success. We simply cannot do this important work without you. Each of us in this room can point to someone who has helped shape their journey, someone who has cheered them on, challenged, or showed us the way when we couldn't see it ourselves. Laisha Ward, former Chief External Engagement Officer of Target Corporation, shared a powerful philosophy on leadership. She said, there are 3 things we should aspire to be: either a cheerleader, a champion, or a coach. She avers that a cheerleader encourages and uplifts, making sure that those around them feel supported and empowered. She says that a champion advocates and creates opportunities, ensuring that others are given a seat at the table. And finally, she says, a coach provides guidance and wisdom, equipping the next generation with the tools they need to succeed. As women in education, we must embrace all of these roles for our students, roles for our colleagues, and ourselves. Despite the immense progress women have made in education, disparities remain. In Victoria, Australia, women make up 76% of teaching workforce, yet only 44% of them hold executive principal positions. In the United States, while women have outnumbered men in law schools since 2016, they still represent only 41% of practicing lawyers. Representation in leadership matters. It shapes policies, it drives change, and it ensures that young girls see themselves reflected in positions of power and influence. So how do we move forward? Through advocacy, through mentorship, and continuous learning. Through advocacy, we must champion policies that ensure equal access to education and leadership opportunities exist for all. Through mentorship, we must lift as we climb, guiding young women to see their potential and to seize their opportunities. And through continuous learning, we must realize that education doesn't stop when we leave the classroom. We must remain lifelong learners, adapting and innovating to meet the needs of the future. Imagine a society where every child has the opportunity to excel, where education is equitable and empowering, where women in leadership are not the exception, but the norm. This vision is within our reach if we stand together, committed to education and inspiring the generations to come. Michelle Obama once said, "There is no limit to what we as women can accomplish." Let us take those words to heart. Let us continue to break barriers, shatter ceilings, and redefine what is possible. Let us look into the eyes of these incredible children and remember the wonder, the joy, and their imagination. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a poem that encapsulates the very essence of our mission. The author is unknown, but speaks to the indelible mark that women educators leave on the world. She who teaches shapes the stars, lighting paths in worlds afar. With gentle strength and wisdom deep, she plants the dreams that futures reap. Through challenges and trials faced, she stands unwavering, full of grace. In every mind, her legacy is a testament to what can be. Thank you.
See, that wasn't so bad. She made it. Thank you, Principal Parks. Thank you so much. So we have come to the end of the program. I want to thank a few people. First of all, Dr. David Corbin, our county administrator, and Tiffany Stewart Stanley, who is our assistant county administrator that was here, but, oh, there she is. She's back there. Thank you for supporting our programs. I'd like to thank Yvette Jones in our communications department for always being there for us and making us look good. Again, I'd like to thank our chairman, Dr. Ramona Jackson Jones. Thank you for allowing this program and championing this program. Before you came, we didn't have this program, so thank you for putting a spotlight on the achievements that we have made locally. And thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's getting real close to my bedtime. So now I'm going to go away and let Tori B. and the Press Play Band give us a little more musical inspiration. If there's food left, go on back there. And thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of this evening.